Hello and welcome. Today is December 9th, 2025, and I'm here to do our weekly check ins. So let's begin. If you're wearing headphones, please lower the volume. I welcome in my spirit guides and holy angels. Nice and great is good. I welcome messages of love and light that bring healing and love to all. Please bless this reading. Thank you. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into the reading. All right, so for today, I like to use my tarot visions. And then also, this is Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Dear Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to the collective divine masculine energies? Thank you, Spirit. For the viewer who is watching this reading, can you please bring forth the energy of the person that they're thinking of at this time? Thank you. What is the collective energies? All right, let's see. Okay, we have the chariot. So there is some fast movement going forward. And this could be about some kind of truth or clarity that they need to let go of stress. Now, we just had a passing of a full moon in Gemini. And Sunny and I, we were supposed to go live last week, but Sunny, she wasn't feeling too well. I believe she was getting sick. And I was also very busy at the time. So depending on how you're receiving this type of energy, you might feel a little bit scattered, okay, or a little bit all over the place. But for this week, it feels as if, okay, this is go time. We need to move things forward. Right, there's a few weeks left before Christmas, if you guys are celebrating, and they're just saying, no, I'm not going to stress. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to be, and they just don't want to put any effort. Now, whether or not that's towards the feminine, or or them with the karmic, I see her the magician. Okay, so they're not in their best element. So instead of looking out for the best interest of everyone else, I really feel as if there could be some sort of manipulation about the truth as to what is going on with this particular masculine. So let's say, yeah, they don't want to be bothered with the details, right? I see here the Four of Wands. They just want to relax. They want to feel at peace. Okay. And we have here the Six of Wands. So they just want to feel good. It's almost as if I just want to feel good. There's a couple of weeks, before the holidays. I don't want to be bothered with the stress. They're saying no to stress. They're looking out more for themselves. Um, And I see here that they're prioritizing their time. So they could be juggling from two situations. This could be work, this could be relationship, situationship. And I see that this masculine, they probably want to get cozy with the feminine, okay? So whether or not you and divine masculine are on talking terms, Yeah, they're not perfect, but they do want to spend time with you, feminine. I just see that we have here the Knight of Cups in reverse. Like, they really want to devote all of their time towards the feminine. However, it may seem a little bit unrealistic, and there could be some conversations, and that's why they're not talking. So I'm not gonna lie, it feels as if the masculines they're acting kind of selfish this week, but I don't mean that in a negative way. You know, you have to really think about yourself, right? Let's say you have stuff that's going on in your life, and you just don't want to be bothered with it, right? Like, talk to the hand. That's the vibe that I'm picking up. And yeah, you just don't want to be bothered with the details. You just want to go home at the end of the day and relax and just check out. Okay. So does this masculine. As much as they want to be with you, feminine, realistically, it may be a little bit uh, not in alignment. Okay. I think that's the best way to put it. At least, for this week. So, how are they thinking of you? Yeah, they're exhausted. There's just so many people and situations that is in their current reality. So I'm hearing, okay, this isn't just to the feminine. I'm hearing this could be towards everyone, including the karmic. Okay, like they want to walk away from the karmic. They don't want to talk to you, feminine, because they're gonna hear it from your side. They just want to check out, right? Um, so how are they feeling? So they know that there's a couple of things that I'm picking up on. They know that in the past, the easiest thing was to run away from the problem. Okay, that was the easiest solution for this masculine. They could have acted arrogant. They could have acted like a bee. Okay, they could have been abusive or a little bit negative in their tone or speech, like choice of words. It may not be like the best, right? Like I know a lot of people, they want to think, like their divine counterpart, they will never like really treat them that way. But to be honest, most do, okay? And sometimes they actually put down the feminine, and because of that, the feminine, you have a choice whether or not you should take that energy or not. Okay, so that could be a part of your karmic lesson dealing with your divine counterpart, because they're actually teaching you a lesson, you know, um, just to be respected, just so that you feel like you're not wrong, for sticking up for yourself. But that's just for some, okay? I'm not saying that every twin out there is treating like the feminine like crap, okay? That's just for some. But I'm also seeing here that they're thankful for their karmic lesson with the karmic. Okay, so it's like a domino effect, right? This masculine, whatever they're feeling towards the karmic. Whatever you're feeling towards this masculine. So it's like, does the energy reciprocate? Do they actually feel the same towards the feminine? What I'm feeling is probably not in the same way that they do feel this with the karmic. Okay, I just have to put that out there because that's what I'm feeling with their feelings in this row. That's why they're walking away. They're walking away from the karmic. They're walking away from the feminine. Um, I don't really feel like they know what they want, to be honest. So what do they want? They want to confess the reasons why that they have left you, feminine. Okay, so there's two energies here of them walking away, feeling stuck, feeling like they were like a victim of their circumstance, and that's the reason why things played out like with this masculine, like being with the karmic, okay, for whatever reason. And they want to confess the reasons why that they're being kind of negative, and it's because of the karmic situation. Okay, I know it's like it's all about the karmic, not about the feminine. Feminine is the innocent one, but to be honest, feminine, if your person that was already involved in the karmic situation, yeah, you're considered a third party too. But this person has trust issues, whether or not they have trust issues with the karmic or they're not, trustworthy because of their actions. Okay, because they know that they have been in the wrong, like they weren't in their best element. Okay, so they're kind of showing out with their true colors this week. Like the truth is revealed, is what I feel for the possible title for this channeling. So, in the outcome, they're not sure if they can give something solid to the feminine in terms of a relationship. Now, why, right? I really feel like it's because there's just like this energy of trying to complete the cycle with the karmic, not really sure if they're ready to jump on and have like a new relationship with the feminine, even though that you've known this masculine for some time. And yeah, we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Again, walking away from something that didn't really work out, okay, looking for true happiness, okay. They don't want to repeat the same mistake over and over again. Unfortunately, this masculine is taking their sweet time, okay. And I know for some, if you're still watching me on this channel, it's been years, okay. At this point, it could be a decade by now, where they are just dragging ass, okay, saying, I don't want to rush this, or, the karmic did this, the karmic did that, I don't know, like they're just like this uncertainty about what their next step should be, okay? But they do know that they want to be completely happy. So they're really conflicted because they just want to be happy. And I'm pretty sure that this has something to do with the holidays, okay? So this is like being happy around the holidays with their family, okay? And let's say that the family is actually with the karmic. But what I'm hearing is that it's not smooth sailing with the karmic, but they want to make the best out of this joyful time at the end of the year. But I see here that the karmic may be bringing up trust issues, like, masculine being a cheater, a liar, being bitchy, whatever the case is. So that's why this masculine is afraid, because of their past. That's why they're delaying union. So there, in the past couple of months, there's been like this masculine wanting to come through, like finally, like leaving the karmic situation. But then now there's trouble with the karmic, the whole separation from the karmic if they're going through that sort of separation. But now, like things are a little bit rocky with the feminine because there's all this other crap that's going on. Okay, that probably wasn't anticipated. Okay. That's what I'm feeling here for this week. But there is movement forward, okay, away from this energy. So let's see, what is the guidance message that Spirit wants the collective to know? So Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this energy? What is the guidance? Because it looks like masculine I mean, they may not be as open as you want them to be this time around, you know? Like, I don't think that they're choosing the karmic over you, feminine. They do probably want to keep the peace with the karmic, but it's not like this masculine wants to be with the karmic, okay? I'm not feeling that. Like, they're just still trying to keep peace, like, trying to do everything, but, like, they're so checked out, they just want to do them. Okay, we have community, exactly. You know, let's just go ahead and see what this book says, because this is not just about them. This is about other people. And so that's why this masculine isn't choosing. Okay, they're choosing everyone and also themselves. So this is a number 8. It says belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world. So the oracle message is, this card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our families and communities. In a community, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in a group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of your form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the group, your presence is needed. Okay, so it's not really about one person, it's about being a part of a larger group. Okay. So the relationship messages, you're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and the times you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of that dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in a perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. Now, I know, right? That might take a little bit of dissecting, especially if you've been in this, back and forth relationship or situation with this divine counterpart. Let's say the counterpart decides to spend time with the karmic during the holidays, and the feminine feels like left high and dry, right? Is there any room for the feminine to be with the masculine? Is it, what type of community are they, up against? But what spirit is saying is that even though that there might be choices and decisions, that energy is reciprocated some way or somehow. So there's a saying goes, it's not about the how, okay? um it's about the why, like why, or what. It's not about the what or the how. So if you can just let go of the potential outcomes, okay, because in my belief, nothing is really permanent. There's always room for change, okay? Like maybe at the last minute, there could be a shift in energy, okay? Um, that's why I do these weekly readings, because it's just a good check in to see where the energies are at. But what I'm feeling is that this is just a time of observation, not a time for forcing, okay? Just see how the energy flows. So I want to read this protection message, and it says, beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong, okay? And again, this is what I mean. Like, let's just say that this is for the masculine. So spirit is saying beware of your integrity, of where they try to fit in order to belong. how you dim your light or change yourself so others can accept you in the group. Now, the thing here is that they want to be a part of the family. I saw it in there. It was very strong. Like their sense of community. How can they belong? How can they be a part of something bigger? And, you know, and in the very beginning, I saw that they just want to walk away. They're not happy. They don't want to choose sides. They don't want to choose the karmic. They don't want to choose the feminine. They just want to walk the path the best way they know how. Because at the end of the day, they just want to feel good in their home. Okay, so do you hide who you really are in order to play a role in a larger role? This will never fulfill you. Now's the time to assess your willingness to be real. So this is about authenticity, showing up, you know, like what do you really believe in? So stand tall, be you. Authenticity is a true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step up into the role your heart tells you to make. Making yourself small bears too high a cost. So don't bend over backwards for, let's just say, the community if you don't have it within you to do those things, right? Like if it's too much towards taking away more of your energy and resource, you know, don't be like a Joan of Arc. Okay, do whatever you can. I mean, and also that is true like in Buddhism. Like in Buddhism, you know, there's always like this energy of giving, right? Like always trying to give. But the Buddhist philosophy is that if you don't have that to give, don't give. You only give if you have to give, because if you give and you don't have it, then that leads to suffering. So you're going to end up hurting yourself because you wanted to do something that you couldn't do. So, like, you would have to learn to accept how things are if things are not in the alignment for you to do certain things. Okay? That's what I have, guys. So I really hope that that was helpful. Let me know. And again, if you want to book a personal reading with me, there's still time to do it. I will do one more reading. There'll be the last reading for next week until the new year. So if you want to book a reading, I'm available up until the 22nd, I believe. I think the 22nd is my cutoff time to book a reading. And then I believe that I only have like enough for one general collective reading, and that's next week. And then I probably won't do a reading until the second week of January. Okay, guys, so I really hope that this was helpful. Let me know. If it did, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And I will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.